An arrest warrant has been issued. Federal authorities are now involved. And yet, the person at the center of this case has not been located. 3 days after Albuquerque police confirmed an active warrant, the U.S. Marshals Service stepped in to assist, a move that raises questions, not conclusions. This story isn't about speculation or verdicts. It's about what is publicly known, what remains unresolved, and why this situation has drawn national attention, not only because of the allegations, but because of where the investigation now stands. And the most unexpected detail: the case didn't begin with law enforcement at all. The current situation. As of now, according to the Albuquerque Police Department, Timothy Busfield has not been located or arrested. Police confirmed to People magazine that they are actively working alongside the U.S. Marshals Service to locate and apprehend him following the issuance of an arrest warrant. When asked directly whether Busfield had been detained, an APD spokesperson stated, "Not that I am aware." That single sentence is where the story pauses and where the questions begin. Why would federal marshals become involved so quickly? And how did this investigation reach this point? To understand that, we have to go back not days, but years. What the arrest warrant alleges. According to publicly available court documents obtained by People, the arrest warrant alleges that Busfield engaged in unlawful sexual conduct involving 2 minor children, 11-year-old twin boys whose identities have been withheld. The warrant further states that one of the minors reported the alleged behavior began when he was significantly younger. It's important to be clear and responsible here. These are allegations, not findings of guilt. No trial has taken place and no conviction has been made. Still, the seriousness of the claims explains why authorities escalated their response. But this case did not surface overnight. How the investigation started. According to the warrant, the investigation began in November 2024, after a doctor at the University of New Mexico Hospital alerted authorities about possible concerns involving minors. Medical professionals reportedly suggested that the children may have been subjected to grooming behaviors, a term used in psychological and legal contexts to describe boundary-violating conduct toward minors. At that time, however, the case reportedly did not meet acceptance criteria for further action. That decision, whether procedural or evidentiary, would later become a key point in the timeline. So what changed? A second report, months later. In October 2025, the mother of the children filed a police report and contacted Child Protective Services. According to the warrant, she stated that both children disclosed inappropriate behavior allegedly involving Busfield, spanning from late 2022 to early 2024. However, the warrant notes that authorities indicated that, due to the absence of physical injury, no immediate action could be taken at that time. This detail is critical because it highlights a broader issue often discussed in child protection cases: how systems evaluate disclosure versus evidence. And it may explain why the investigation unfolded gradually rather than suddenly. The professional connection. The parents told investigators that their children were child actors who met Busfield on the set of the Fox television series The Cleaning Lady, where he served as a director. The series aired from January 2022 through June 2025. According to the warrant, this professional setting is where the families first became acquainted. Busfield, during questioning, reportedly suggested that the parents may have been upset after their children were replaced by a younger actor. Shortly after that, according to the warrant, Warner Bros. Contacted Busfield to inform him that a complaint was under internal review. At that point, the situation moved beyond private concern and into formal investigation. Public profile and personal context. Timothy Busfield is a well-known television actor and director, with decades of work in the industry. He is married to actress Melissa Gilbert, widely recognized for her role in Little House on the Prairie. The couple married in 2013. Weeks before the arrest warrant became public, Gilbert shared a reflective social media post discussing her own childhood experiences as a young actor, a post unrelated to this case, but later noted by media due to its timing. She did not allege any misconduct by anyone in that post. There has been no public statement from Busfield or Gilbert regarding the warrant as of this reporting. Why the U.S. Marshals are involved. When an individual named in an arrest warrant cannot be immediately located, local agencies may request assistance from federal authorities. The U.S. Marshals Service specializes in locating individuals with outstanding warrants, particularly when time, jurisdiction, or safety concerns are factors. Their involvement does not imply guilt. It indicates urgency and coordination. And right now, the central issue remains simple, but unresolved. Where is Timothy Busfield? What we know and what we do. What we know. An arrest warrant has been issued. Local police and federal marshals are coordinating. Allegations are documented in court filings. The subject has not been publicly located. What we do not know. Busfield's current location. Whether he intends to surrender voluntarily. When or how the next legal step will occur. And that uncertainty is what keeps this case in focus. Not speculation. Not assumption. But the absence of resolution. Why this case is being watched closely. This story intersects several sensitive areas. Child welfare systems. The entertainment industry. Law enforcement procedures. Public accountability. It also raises broader questions about how long-term allegations surface, how institutions respond, and how responsibility is balanced with due process. Those questions matter, regardless of outcome. At this stage, this case is not about conclusions, it's about process. An arrest warrant exists. Authorities are searching. And the legal system is moving forward, step by step. The next chapter will not be written by rumors or online commentary, but by documented actions. Whether Busfield is located, how the court proceeds, and what evidence is ultimately presented. In our next video, we'll take a deeper look at how arrest warrants escalate to federal involvement, why some cases move slowly at first, and what typically happens next once a person is located. If you value clear, responsible reporting, focused on understanding rather than outrage, that's where we're going next. Because in stories like this, clarity matters more than noise.